What's up? We are live. Doing karate live. All right, I never go live. Start going live more. That's the end thing, right? What's up? What's up? Stoner approved. Got him. Got him. Who's Dandridge? That's okay. That's what we're gonna talk about. Thank you. Thank you. I am not Chaldean, but I am from Detroit. I am many things. I'm part Greek, German. We just found out my father's father was passing, so I'm a little bit black. Greek, German, black, French, Irish. Okay, so what is wild is down there in Houston that Jayden Dandridge, who is the kid whose face popped up on the hit against Sauce Walker and Say So P, is found deceased in Houston. How wild is that? Yeah, what was he doing in H-Town? So what do you guys think? What's up, fellas? I never go like parents your birth certificate, and then at some point you start saying you're white. My father's father, black on his birth certificate, married white. Then he disappeared, and we found his death certificate, and it was Negro. So born a black man, died a Negro. Yeah, so sound like a back door. So what the hell? Memphis is like 600 miles from Houston. So if Jayden Dandridge, who's 21 years old, who really has no extensive criminal record, hard to figure out. He looked scary during the hit. He didn't jump out and do any shooting. He was more so in the way. And obviously the idea, I'm wondering if they grabbed him and brought him to H-Town. Yeah, how did he get to Houston? Now the police said he was found deceased. So does that mean Al can pay himself reparations? That's right. He was found deceased. So what the hell does that mean? Does that mean he unalived himself? And then also we're going to talk about what it do, Book of Revelation. Also, we're going to talk about the young scooter tragedy. Yeah, they're being very vague, absolutely. Kidnapping long distance to make a point is wild. Well, this is a wild ass event. So Sauce Walker, in an interview like yesterday or something, South Memphis, what's up, Easy Jones? I appreciate it. Sauce Walker he said some kind of wild gangster shit. He said, I can't be mad because of what my brother was doing in the streets, and those people could have done that to me. So he basically was saying the guy had his homicide coming, and he was really sending a shout out to the killers of saying, you could have killed me and you didn't. Sauce wild as fuck, that's right. What do you guys think? Okay, he got a family in H-Town. Why the hell would you drive from Memphis to H-Town? I mean, maybe. Al Nate Boom money. Nate Boone's money. Yeah, he got plenty of money for me. Ironically, he's unalived in Houston. You do anything, protect yourself. Sauce Walker set up insurance hits. Boy, that would be if Sauce Walker lured his rapper to his death and took shots in his leg. Anyone out here been shot? Much love and respect. Thanks, Raphael. Anybody been shot on here? Getting shot, I mean, I've just been shot in the hand. That hurt bad enough. I don't think he would let himself get shot in the leg. What insurance policy? Say So P was not much of a bubbling rapper. Now Sauce is money hungry. I would be interested. Did anyone ever join any of Sauce Walker's girls' OnlyFans? Yeah, now this is so bizarre. This is so bizarre. So has anyone joined any of Sauce Walker's girls' OnlyFans? Question. Because maybe, I would imagine the OnlyFans stuff is not at its peak anymore, right? I mean, during the pandemic, wasn't much to do. I mean, I would get bored and go on OnlyFans, spend 100 or something. I wasn't like spending much money, but once the world opened back up, I think that, and you could actually go out and interact with people. I'm sure OnlyFans went down. So Sauce always bragging about they nasty. Oh, the girls? I never really looked at them. One looked kind of fat. OnlyFans could not be making the money that he was from OnlyFans. So even to go to Memphis is grimy in a small market. It almost seems like he was going around, Say So Sauce set up at the club the night before. Well, you could say this generation is clowns, but I mean, that's the world. I mean, that's entertainment. The strip clubs were closed. The clubs were closed. People were just bored on the internet. Are you tricking? Well, I mean, spending $20 isn't, I mean, I don't know. It's like buying a drink at the bar. But like I said, this was during pandemic when there was nothing to do. That was a couple of years ago. So he was bragging out about Scottish cut cloth. What up, though? Scotland. He was bragging about all the millions he made then. Is he making that now? If he was making $500,000 a month now on OnlyFans, you really think he'd be going to Memphis? I kind of doubt it. He went willingly. He was lured, probably kidnapped. He was 21 years old. Big U working with the Jews. Well, we're all working with the Jews. Death clause. Well, you'd have to prove that there was that going on. Now, Say So P's mother seems like a woman that's not unfamiliar with the streets. Shelby driving homes. I live in Florida. Fuck Memphis. Yeah, Memphis seems dangerous. Dandridge, Dandridge. Jayden Dandridge is the 21-year-old who they just found deceased in Houston. He was the one whose face you could see during the crime against Sauce Walka and his and Say So P, his artist. And sounds something went on. Like, it's certainly possible he went to, I used to be a DJ in those places. What you talking about? Weirdo? Oh, I know what you're talking about. He said seems dangerous. Al didn't know who you meant by G. Yeah, Memphis seems dangerous, or Memphis is dangerous. Like, I don't think if you were making a bunch of easy money on the internet that you would necessarily, you might skip Memphis. Just because it might be more hassle than it's worth. You know what I mean? If you're making money. But if you need to go pick up that $20,000, is Meech official? Well, I mean, he did what he did. I mean, if you look up to people for being successful drug dealers, then he was that. Dope head, okay. So send me some money. Sauce getting online, the other shooter killed him. Now, that sounds likely, but again, why the hell were they in Houston? Nothing more exciting than the street stuff, because it's getting crazier and crazier. The world is speeding up. Technology is growing faster. Society is changing faster, including streets are changing faster. More and more stuff is going on. Federal government, I mean, shit, the mafia don't work this fast. You got all these mafia snitches on the internet talking about what they did. What's up from Detroit? They're going to pick up money from Sauce Walker. Now, that would be wild. But why in the hell would he go to Houston? Now, Houston is a massive city. It's probably one of those cities in the South where probably a lot of black people have family in Houston. It's so big. I could see him like, oh, he had family in Houston, and it's such a big city. He just thinks he's going to go there and hide out. Because he wasn't going to hide out in Memphis, obviously, right? Memphis is not very large. No talent, auto-tune, and gunplay and self-snitching. Well, Dyke, oh man, talk about dangerous. If you're ever in Detroit, stay away from Van Dyke unless you're from over there. You ever been to Shantinique's Records? Van Dyke and Harper? That was one of my first stores used to sell my DVDs. I had a giant cardboard cutout for one of my documentaries. They stole it out the front, but that's cool. Hood is Wild down in the streets of Memphis. Scottish Cut Cloth. Delray Southwest. What side of Van Dyke are you on? You on the 9 Mile side? Shit, it's probably not too great on 9 Mile in Van Dyke these days. 7 Mile of West Side Capital. Ooh, Kettering was rough. I remember I was picking up a girl when I was of appropriate age, when I was probably 19, and I was sitting in front of Kettering, and no students over 10th grade appeared to come out. I was like, wow, I pulled off. It was all little kids. I ain't nobody's uncle, and I'm not giving no kids no beer or no cocaine. No, I'm not from no damn Boston. I want some money. Send me some money. I need drugs. I need drugs. Give me a cash app. Or no, what is this called? A super chat. I'm from Detroit. What are you talking about? All right, so what the hell? What's the vote? Come on, give me the vote. Why was this kid Dandridge down in Houston? They tore down Halley? Oh, Linwood, baby. They tore down Halley. That's the middle school. Somebody just put, that's the middle school I went to. Linwood and Grove. Salute. Damn, they tore down Halley Magnet. They said Kevin Brown found dead too. I think that's a rumor. That's not for sure, though it wouldn't surprise me. So if you don't know who Kevin Brown is, Eason Hamilton, what up, though? Yeah, the police need to Cheddar Grove, they need to release more of the details of, they said he was found dead. Would he have driven to Houston to take himself out? Whack 100 probably is panicking. Anybody that has been on the internet telling their street business may well be panicking. I have stopped many people from going into too many stories. Yeah, it was his own man. 3 people can keep a secret if 2 are rubbed out. Well, certainly that kid Dandridge was definitely the weak link. He didn't even have a damn mask on, and he gets out right under the camera. He's 21. He has no extensive criminal history. Yeah, I got PayPal. It's Al Profit PayPal. Should not be discussing any business on the internet. No mask. Oh, you don't mean COVID mask. Ha ha ha. No, it's so strange that he went to Houston. No, little baby. So, okay, the little baby Rico thing. So, the public defender's office in whatever, the Fulton County courts or whatever, said they're preparing to have enough defenders for a 4PF Rico. It's beyond strange he went to Houston. Oh, well, you see me itching. What am I itching? What would I be itching from? Is it my itching because what is that? Am I on opiates or do I need opiates? So you have to be more specific with the drug accusations. You can't be on all the drugs, and then you either are high, coming down, need some, like you can't be all those things simultaneously. Oh yeah, my man. Maybe Sauce's people got him and made a mistake. Yo Gotti, listen, this is gonna be. I'm so looking forward to your Nipsey Hussle wrap up. Well, I got about four things up. The Nipsey Hussle thing is really fascinating. I rode through all of the Rolling 60s kind of, well, according to the internet map of their turf, and I got some of that footage in the most recent video I posted. Oh, I went to federal court this morning because Big U Big U's court date was supposed to be today, March 31st, which is the anniversary of Nipsey's untimely demise 6 years ago. But because he got that second indictment with 43 new charges, they just combined it, and I think April 10th, they're going to have all of it. But I put up a short, and I got some footage from inside the the federal court building. The damn court building, the federal court building in downtown LA is beautiful. It's like a fucking museum, like a museum of modern art. It's kind of weird. Little baby next week, Yo Gotti. I was working on a story called Atlanta Rap Capital, and you look around the country at all this, it's like mafia families have formed, and the rappers are like, it's like, imagine if the Gambinos and the Genovese and the Chicago family and the Detroit family each had an Italian singer, like Frank Sinatra's with the Gambinos and Tony Bennett's with the Genovese, and they started bumping each other off. Well, something like that probably was going on to some extent, right? The mafia guys are older, so they're a little maybe more methodical in what they did, but they had their mascots too. Diddy trial about to start soon. Boy, the whole it's disturbing and fucked up when you think about it. Like the whole music, well, the rap music industry, and not just rap because they got R. Kelly, black music industry is like half under indictment. I mean, kind of disturbing on many levels. I mean, you'd have to think they have other targets to go after. Whatever you think about, problem with what these rappers do is it's what's on the news. So the crimes that get the most priority from law enforcement isn't necessarily what's most destructive to society. It's what's on the news and that regular people are seeing, and they're putting pressure on their politicians, who then put pressure on the prosecutors and the police, because there's far worse things going on than what any of these rappers are doing. Imagine if these guys stopped showing off and shut their mouth. Well, but see, that's the thing though. That's what makes them popular. If they don't, this is free marketing, right? If you don't tell your stories, what sells ad money is news. If you don't go on and tell your stories of what happened to you, of you're a real one, I got the kill squad, Mary Sheffield, oh Lord Jesus, the Detroit mayors are getting worse and worse. Oh, look at the wholesome white people working their dogs. Gang on the set. I am one of a kind, that is true. NDA baby oil 360 deals. That would be wild. Trafficante Marcelo Gold Coast. So should I do more live streams? I don't really know how to. Guess I could. Oh, let's talk about one more thing. Young Scooter. So the Atlanta police have now put out a reward, a $5,000 reward for anybody who can identify the voice of that woman who made the 911 call. San Pedro. You're in San Pedro. No, I'm not in San Pedro. I'm in the Coachella Valley somewhere. Dandridge. Dandridge was the kid at the Sauce Walker and Say So P murder, whose face was seen, who they put a all points bulletin out for, and he's the only one. Now they know that there's this Kevin Brown guy who was this gang member behind me. Uh-oh. I'm on live. Are you in a gang? Tampico 22. Yeah, that woman was crazy. So that story she was saying about, she sounded totally deadpan. Al, 14 of you on PayPal, bro. Okay, thank you. Appreciate my first $5 live chat or super chat. Appreciate that. So Young Scooter. So the woman called in. She made a real deadpan 911 report saying they're arguing about drugs and they're beating a woman up. It sounded like ridiculous, like she was adding more and more flame, she was adding more dramatic layers to the story to get them to come. And they show up because there's supposedly a woman being assaulted or kidnapped, and there was no woman there. Young Scooter and his buddy tried to run out the back. The buddy came back in. Yeah, she was making it up as she went. Scooter went over the fence and he cut his leg. Now, we do have a big artery in our thigh that the phone call was more than suspect. It was crazy. He cut his thigh and he died. But did the Atlanta police get him prompt medical care? Probably not. Where did the game go? Everybody seems fake. Yeah, well, why did the Atlanta police let young Scooter die? Is it just incompetent? What's up, Doug Ross? Waiting for the restock of the caps. Got to push memberships 49 with benefits. Man, there's so much damn work running this YouTube, trying to maximize your money. I like you. You seem like you have heart. I appreciate it. I try to be empathetic to the stories I'm doing, if that's what you mean. He was unalived in Houston to make a point. Well, that sounds very, very likely. Deep cut to the inner thigh can be fatal. Dumb so-called rappers. Well, it's entertaining. I don't know what else to say. Who called about shots fired? Al rifle off a G-body. What's a G-body? Femoral artery. A G-body. G-body wagon? What's a G-body? A car? You bleed out quick. Yeah, well, they didn't get him medical care. He waited like 40 minutes before an ambulance came. What do I think about Adam 22? I mean, I don't really think anything about it. I'll say this. Do more lives, Al, I will. Okay, so Adam 22, America's full of people who have stores that sell cigarettes, junk food, alcohol, trap houses, all type of things that are worse than No Jumper. So even if you don't like No Jumper or Adam 22, America has 99 problems and he ain't one. And frankly, if people didn't watch it, he wouldn't make that stuff. Now, this turn of events in the last 2 years that has happened with all, like, instead of interviewing people about music, you interview them about street stuff and blah blah blah, is weird. And I knew it was destined to not last because, well, you know, to be entertaining, you got to be right at the edge of what you can't say. Because if you stay too far away from the edge, then it's not entertaining. But if you're right at the edge, you're gonna go over sometimes. So why didn't get a tourniquet? Yeah, that's right. I didn't think of that. Stop biting your tongue. You know, there's a bigger agenda at play. Well, probably. But what is that agenda? I'm not just gonna say anything. I don't know. What do you think the biggest agenda is? Pill epidemic? Well, we know about the pill epidemic. Screw you, pay me, the mad rapper, your voice. Adam 22 has no loyalty. Well, no, he has loyalty to making money for himself. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, Adam and Vlad are in league. They pass each other. But it is business. I mean, they don't... I know Vlad doesn't care for me. Vlad has a weird personality. Vlad called me. He got my phone number from someone, which is fine, and called me. And he didn't even have any small talk. He was like, hey, can you give me so-and-so's phone number, someone he could call to interview to make money? And it was like he didn't know basic social skills of just, hey, what's up, Al? I like what you do. You think you could give me so-and-so's number? He just cut into me like I existed to help him make money. Adam was on the red. Do you see Kanye? Oh, that Kanye shit was absurd. Kanye West obviously is deeply mentally ill. But boy, we have become a society that just let people disrespect themselves, degrade each other. That whole Nazi Ku Klux Klan thing, you know, is that supposed to be edgy? Like, it's stupid. It's like a kid's idea of, you know, edgy intellectual thought. Oh, I'm black, but I got a KKK outfit on. Well, okay, that's not really that edgy. Kanye West is a clown. He's nuts. He's the Joker. He's the Joker. Yeah, Hollywood is falling apart, but Hollywood attracts. Tell you guys something. It's not so much that Hollywood or the entertainment industry is evil or bad, but it attracts a lot of disturbed people, even on a low level, like the people that don't make it, like the people that are just floating around LA, like people talking about be careful in LA, the gang's gonna extort you. The gang members are about the best people you're gonna meet. At least they're in the realm of normalcy. I mean, they are who they are, and of course you should be leery, but they're okay. Like they're normal. There's so many weirdos and like dark spirited women and like strange boy men like floating around LA. It'll really, you know, I never been in a place where you meet so many people that tell you, oh, I write or I'm clothing, or they're telling you all these things they do. And then you call them about that very job. Like, hey, I met you the other day and you said you place clothes in stores. And they act like they don't know what you're talking about. But do you want to hang out? So, strange. Al ain't never lied, that's right. So what format should I do these lives in? Boy, you guys are giving me, say, Prophet, I'm from LA, I live in the West. What up, dog? Al, get you a CIA agent? Well, they got to call me. Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker. Big U extorted his community. Well, really, if you look at Big U extorted, just like the mafia, people that were doing shady stuff that came into his. Because remember, if you're not doing anything shady, you just hire an off-duty cop to be your security. Yeah, the least sketchy people. Yeah, that's right. There is some real weirdos that I mean, the gang members are who they are. Don't get me wrong, but like they're not. At least they're not that weird, unlike a bunch of these other people. Sauce Walker put a hit on him, but why the hell is he in Houston? Did they dump him there? Did they drive it? Did that dumb kid drive himself to Houston? Did someone trick him to go there? So there's this other Kevin Brown that's wanted. Is anybody in here from Memphis? Like, what's up with this Dandridge kid? Like, what neighborhood is he from, or what? No college degree, just a dumbass G. That's right. I think he offed himself, but he drove to Houston to off himself. That's kind of wild. I think you should go live from your office with your content laid out and answer questions at the end. You got a call-in number. Okay. Al Prophet, Brick Baby Frame from Detroit. I think part of it is, hey, listen, in Black America, everybody got a relative in Detroit. So I know so many people. Wu-Tang forever. Rockin' Reg is out. He's in South Carolina. I don't know if he wants to give an interview. I mean, he was trying to get me to interview him in prison, but I think that was to try to get out. I would interview him. Struck Al by mouths. What? All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm not used to doing these. Before I say anything, I'm not supposed to. But, okay, well, thank you for making my life fun. And I will do some more of these, and I will come up with a good format for them. But thank you for joining me on my first live in a long time. This went well. You guys had a lot of good comments. I appreciate it. And yes, when in Detroit, check in with Al Prophet. Salute. Thank you.